Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day, thanks to viewers, supporters, and now sponsors just like you. And speaking of which, we have to give a very big special shout out to David West, who is a fan of our indie content. Thank you so much for your kind comments. We got you this rundown. What will probably be the biggest movie of 2018 has finally been unveiled. No, not Star Wars. Marvel and Disney have released the first official teaser trailer for Avengers Infinity War, offering fans their first look at the film in action. At least this is the first look for those of us who didn't see the leaked version from Comic-Con a few months back. As you might expect, the trailer gives a glimpse of how the villainous Thanos will try to destroy Earth, forcing all the best Marvel characters to join forces in order to try to stop him. The film obviously features a huge ensemble cast, so let's count them down.
Get this man a shield.
Ready? Okay. The film features Iron Man, Hulk, Doctor Strange, his sidekick Wong, Vision, Scarlet Witch, Thor, Loki, Black Widow, Spider-Man, Black Panther, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Falcon, and finally the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Who the hell are you guys?
Did we forget anyone? Are there any important characters we forgot to mention? Oh, right, War Machine. How could we forget? Ant-Man and the Wasp might have been in there too. They were just too small to see. Moving right along, Avengers Infinity War is directed by the Russo brothers, the same dynamic duo behind the second and third Captain America movies that hits theaters in May. And if you think Infinity War has enough characters already, the next Avengers movie is going to have at least one more. One of the latest Marvel heroes, Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, will join the roster in the upcoming fourth Avengers movie due out in 2019. That's according to another Marvel hero, Scarlett Johansson, who confirms to Vanity Fair that Larson is set to appear in the fourth movie. This makes sense given that Captain Marvel's first solo movie will arrive a few months earlier in March 2019. The fourth Avengers film promises to have huge implications for the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, leaving a big impact on the films that follow. Disney and Marvel have previously stated that they've already planned out the next 2 decades of Marvel films, so you won't be getting a break anytime soon. Loads of new content is in the cards for the card battle game Hearthstone. Blizzard has announced that the latest expansion, known as Kobolds and Catacombs, will land on December 7th in North America and December 8th in Europe. First announced at BlizzCon earlier this month, Kobolds and Catacombs gives players 135 new cards, along with new card abilities like legendary weapons, a first for the game. There will also be new single-player content that will be available to all players, whether you buy the expansion or not. This will be the last big Hearthstone expansion of 2017, but Blizzard recently stated that they're planning to release at least 3 big expansions next year. Hearthstone is easily the biggest and most popular Blizzard game right now, with more than 70 million registered players, easily toppling the 45 million players of the other new Blizzard game, Overwatch. I guess you could say Hearthstone is holding all the cards. Nintendo is really starting to milk their most iconic characters, or I guess you could say adding milk to their most iconic characters. The video game giant is teaming up with Kellogg's to create a breakfast cereal based on their beloved video game mascot, Mario. It's called what else? Super Mario Cereal, and will offer a mix of berry-flavored cereal with marshmallows, although unfortunately no real mushrooms or shells are included. Instead, it has something even better. Boxes will include special amiibo cards to unlock in-game content for Super Mario Odyssey, although Nintendo hasn't revealed what specifically will be unlocked with the cards or if they'll work with other games. You should also avoid eating the amiibo cards. We don't know precisely when the cereal will be rolling out or how long it will be on store shelves, but expect more details soon. This isn't the first time Nintendo has made their own cereal. In the late 80s, they released the Nintendo cereal system inspired by Mario and Zelda, although that was discontinued after only a few years. Nintendo jumping back into the cereal game could be seen as just another new way for them to branch out and utilize their characters for more than just games, something they've been promising to do for the last year or so. They're also working on theme park attractions with Universal Studios, as well as new movies and TV shows. After all the recent controversy surrounding Star Wars Battlefront 2, EA isn't giving up on microtransactions or loot boxes anytime soon. With Battlefront 2 receiving an unprecedented backlash against its microtransactions and loot boxes, you might think EA would want to stay away from them for a while, but you'd be wrong. Speaking at a recent tech conference in Australia, EA Chief Financial Officer Blake Jorgensen revealed that they haven't given up on microtransactions, saying that they see the problems surrounding Battlefront 2 as a learning experience. He adds that they're listening to fan feedback and will use it to figure out better ways of implementing microtransactions in the future. Many fans would probably prefer that future games don't have microtransactions at all, but at least EA is trying to make them less problematic. They were forced to suspend microtransactions in Battlefront 2 mere hours before launch, but they have said that the microtransactions will be coming back eventually. They just haven't decided when or how. Other big games use microtransactions only for cosmetic items, but EA says that they have a good reason for not doing this with Battlefront 2. In the same talk, Blake Jorgensen says that they couldn't do cosmetic items because it would violate the established Star Wars canon. You can't have a pink Darth Vader or purple Stormtrooper. This frankly sounds like a lame excuse because there are other aspects of the game that already violate canon, so it will be very interesting to see what form the microtransactions take when they come back. We'll let you know what EA does next. Another classic video game is entering a whole new dimension of reality. The new virtual reality version of the latest Doom game, called Doom VFR, is getting a pair of classic levels from the original Doom. Revealed in this video from IGN, the new game has VR recreations of the Doom 1 levels' toxic refinery and nuclear plant, complete with retro-style graphics and textures. The same two maps were previously featured in the regular version of the 2016 game. Although this will be their first time playable in virtual reality, Doom VFR hits the PlayStation VR and HTC Vive this Friday. If you're hoping for an Oculus Rift version, don't hold your breath. Bethesda and Oculus recently fought a huge legal battle in court, so don't expect them to work together anytime soon. And that wraps us up for the rundown today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode for you. But in the meantime, we've got lots of other content for you to check out, so please do. And if you dig it, hit that subscribe button, that little bell, and if you're so inclined, that sponsorship button.